go. Here we go. Learn fundamental programming concepts in JavaScript by coding your own role-playing game. You learn how to work with arrays, strings, objects, functions, loops, if-else statements, and more. Let's do this. I gotta work on my accent anyways. Okay, welcome to Dragon Repeller. You must defeat the dragon that is preventing people from leaving the town. You are in the town square. Where do you want to go? Use the buttons above. Go to store, blah, blah, blah. Blah. Okay, start coding. Yeah, sure thing. Sure thing. JavaScript is a powerful language which allows you to build websites that are interactive. Note, for all remaining projects in this curriculum, you'll need a basic level of knowledge in HTML and CSS. If you're new to HTML and CSS, please go through blah, 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 blah. We got this. To get started, create your standard HTML boilerplate with blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, the standard HTML boilerplate. We got this. So, doc type. We already did HTML at another uh, tutorial. We've been through that. The dot type is this, right? Yeah, yep. HTML is a good reminder. HTML. And then we go to the head. Head. Then we go for inside the head, we're gonna do the meta. Meta, and we're gonna do car set equals what is it? UTF 8 was it? Yeah, UTF 8. UTF or UTF? Yeah, UTF 8. Yeah, that doesn't hurt to do that. What else are we gonna do? Okay, we're gonna go below the head. Excuse me, and do the body. And then what else? Element and use the text RPG Dragon Repeller. Let's do the header. In the header, we're gonna add a title. Actually, you can put a title in the thing too, right here. Title. Yes, here. Include a link tag for your style sheet. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I got you. Link rel, and we got style sheet and href. It's gonna be probably sheets, right? Uh, style.css or something like that. Okay. Oh yeah, it says right here, styles.css file. Finally create div element, blah blah blah. Yeah. So we're not gonna do it here. Inside the body, most unlikely. A div element. And do what? Yeah, with an ID of game. Okay. Within your body. Yep, got that. And that's it. Sorry, the HTML elements. You should have an opening tag. Oh, the lang. Oh, forgot. Don't forget the lang attribute. Got you. It's gonna be English. Inclination? English? Yeah. Yeah, nah. So it has a beginner and Yeah, there you go. Okay, perfect. Moving forward. Now you can start writing your JavaScript. Begin by creating a script element. This element is used to load JavaScript into your HTML. Okay, sure thing. A script, mm, a script. These Japanese keywords, when will it be enough? Move forward. One of the most powerful tools in your developer console, depending on your browser, this might be opened by pressing F12 or Control Shift I on Mac. Ooh, I need to remember that. Oh no, F12 or Control Shift I. Okay. On Mac is Option, then the Command C. Okay, and select Console. You can also click the console button above the preview window to see our built-in console. Okay. The developer console will. Wait. Oh, you mean this one? Oh, okay. I see. The developer console will include errors that are produced by your code, but you can also use it to see values of variables in your code, which is helpful for debugging. Okay. Between your script, console.log, and then what do you need? Hello world. Then click console. Well, I have it here. Okay. See the text hello world. Yes, I do. Okay. Don't forget to support free code camps so people like me can study for free. So Japanese, what is the thing? While that goes on, Japanese snacks right here, delicious. Okay, before you start writing your project code, you should move it to its own file to keep things organized. Hmm, okay. Okay, so they want this. That's what they want here. To my JavaScript. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. Yep, your view has been switched to your new script.js file. Remember that you can use the tabs above to switch between files. Okay, add console. Blah, blah, blah. So okay, from index to this. Okay, got you. Oof. Okay, add console.log hello world and see if it appears. Yes, it does. Wait. Yeah, I see it appear on my console. Okay, what about it? Oh yeah, the semicolon. Never forget the semicolon. Okay, what now? Remove your console log to begin writing your project code. In the previous project, you learned how to work with variables and the let keyword. Okay, yeah. You also learn how to initialize a variable with a value like this. Yes. Okay. Okay. Use the let keyword called xp, assigning the values. Okay, xp. You got it. You got it. Another variable. Okay, another variable called health. Oh, I like this. As a gamer, I approve. Value of 100. Got it. Value called gold. You got it. 50. Only 50, you cheap. We're gonna leave it like this. It's not important. Leave it like this. Create another variable called current weapon index. Oh, current weapon index and set it to 0. Okay. Let fighting. Okay, you got a variable fighting and do not initialize it. Okay, okay, got you like that. Declare two more variables named monster health and inventory. For your inventory variable, assign it the value of an array containing the string stick. Okay. Remember that you work with arrays and previous blah 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 blah. Okay. Another variable that is called monster health, right? Monster health, right? What is it? Monster health and inventory. Okay. Let inventory. And this one with a stick right now, right? Yeah, that's all the one. There you go. In your role-playing game, users will be able to track their stats, buy weapons, and find monsters. Before you can continue with the interactive JavaScript portion of the game, you need to first create the HTML elements that will display the game information. Oh, got you. Create 4 div elements within your game. Okay, we don't need this right now. Create 4 div elements within your game element. Give them the following respective IDs in order. Stats, blah blah. Within your game, create 4 more. Okay. The following respective IDs. So you need an ID of stats. You got it. You know what? They want 4. So it's the lazy coder approach right here. I mean the smart coder. Controls, monster stats, and text. You got it. You got it. Boom. So this is the game. Okay. Create 3 span elements within your stats element. Give each of them the class stat. Then give the first one the touch HP0. The second one health 1. The third one go. Okay. Create 3 span elements within your stats. So within stats right here. Okay. Got you. Span and then your stat. Give them the first one the text. Oh, so they need text. Okay. Got you. So no ID. Span. And this is what we're gonna do. Copy because they want 3. And the first one is going to have HP 0, then health 100, and then gold 50. You got it, you got it. It's right here. Look at that, beautiful. Whoa, what happened? 3 span elements, a class of stat. Class of stats? There is no class of stats. Create 3 span within your stats element. Oh, you gotta give them the class. Oh, okay, never mind. Did not read that. Stat. Okay, there you go. Wrap the number 0, 150 in span elements and wrap those new span elements in strong elements. Then give your new span elements ID values of SP test. Okay, yeah, they want to complicate this. For this is what they want essentially. Another span right here, and they want it with IDs. IDs. Okay, so what we're gonna do to make it simple, we're gonna leave that empty, and we're gonna copy that across all of them. All right, and right here. Uh, yeah, we're gonna put them right here. We're gonna close the span. Same for this one. Bam, pam. And now what's that's the one? I'm just gonna copy that. Yep. No need to complicate your life. And then gold text. Right here, gold text. And that's what they want. Nope. Well, what else did they ask? Let's see. Grab the number zero. Oh, it's the numbers. Oof. Ah. Oof, oof, oof. So we're gonna re-evaluate this right here, and we're gonna put this span here, and then cut this and put this span here. Bam. So we gotta do the same thing for this one. And this one right here. And then this one. And then we got this one right here. Oh, strong. Oh, I forgot the strong. In strong. Okay. And grab those new span elements in strong. Wow, that you are asking for in a strong element. Okay. Here we go. Right. Dun, 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 dun. And here. There we go. That's what you wanted with that. Okay. For your controls element, create three buttons elements. The first, you have an ID set to button one, and the text go to store. The second, blah 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 blah. Okay, so let's see. You controls create three button elements. Button, and then the one ID. Okay, ID. Bam. Button. Okay, ID of button one. Mm, Button two. Button three. And the text go to store. Go to store. And text of go to cave. And fight dragon. Ooh, fight dragon. So cover the IDs and the text and then the controls. Okay. Hmm. What did I miss? Controls create three buttons. The first you have an ID set to button one and the text go to store. Go to store. Got you. The second you have an ID button two right here. That's what it was. Okay, 15. JavaScript. Okay, we have these the two buttons. Okay. JavaScript interacts with the HTML using the document object model or DOM. Yes, the DOM is a tree of objects that represents the HTML. You can access the HTML using the document object, which represents your entire HTML document. Okay. One method for finding specific elements in your HTML is using the query selector methods. The query selector method takes a CSS selector as an argument and returns the first element that matches that selector. For example, to find the H1 element in your HTML, well, you will write document selector H1. Hmm. Note that H1 is a string. This is just confusing, okay? Note that H1 is a string that matches the CSS selector you will use, okay? Create a button variable and use the button1 variable, the query selector, to assign it to your element. Assign it your element with the ID of button1. Remember that CSS ID selectors are prefixed with that. La, la, la. Okay, what is it that you want again? Create a button variable. Yeah, right here. Let button1 variable Use the query selector to assign it. Okay, query selector. Let's see what they're talking about. Assign your element ID, your element with the ID of button one. So okay, so button one. Yeah, private names are only allowed in properties. This is not what you mean. Okay. Yeah, I use button one. Document.query selector. Oh, that's what I forgot. Document.query selector. Document.query selector. Got you. Hmm. You can access the HTML using the document object. Okay, I see what you're saying. So it's a method of the document object. Got you. Hmm. Wait. Okay, so it needs the quotes. Inventory has a diesel. Okay, got you. Gotta learn little by little. We have run. Okay, we have run into slight problem. You are trying to query your page for a button element, but your script tag is in the head of your HTML. This means your code runs before the browser has finished reading your HTML, and your document.query selector will not see the button because the browser hasn't processed it yet. To fix it, move your script element out of the head element and place it at the end of the body element, just before that. Okay, I did not know that. Just before here. Now, why does it do that again? It says you are trying to query your page for a button. Yeah, we're querying this on JavaScript, okay? But your script tag is in the head of your element. This means your code runs before the browser has finished reading the HTML, okay? And your document query will not see the button because the browser hasn't processed it yet. Really, that's how that works. Okay, then we should always just put on the end. Makes it easier. Okay, button one is a variable that is not going to be reassigned. You are not going to assign a new value to a variable. It's best practice to use the const keyword to declare instead of the let keyword. This will tell JavaScript to throw an error if you accidentally assign it. Got it. Make it so. That's easy enough. Use the query selector to get the other two buttons elements using the IDs. Okay. Button 2 document dot query selector. Now, if I was actually working, I would have just copied that. But since I want to practice this Japanese keyword, okay, button down, cons, button 3, query selector, hmm, button 3. Why this one? Okay, I was gonna say it's too long. Boom, boom, chakalaka. Similar to your stats ID element, your monster stats element needs two span elements. Okay, two spans elements. So we can get rid of this one. Given the class stat and Given, give them the class data and give the first element the text monster name and the second element the text health. After the text in each, add a strong element with an empty nested panel. Okay. Give the first span element an ID of monster name and the second one an ID of monster herb. Okay, got you. Two span elements, right? With a class. Okay, two span elements. Span. Okay, so let's go with that. Actually, they also want the span element. Add the text in each, add a strong. This okay. So let's just add a strong with a nested span. Nested span. That's what I want, right? Two to that. Give this and add the text in each. After the text in each, add a strong. Okay. It's after the text, so you do that. Mm. On the first has an element ID. ID of monster. Okay, let's just copy this. Boom. And the first class is stats. Stat. Then give the first element the text monster. Monster name. Then here, second one has give them the stat. Okay, so this one is stat actually too. Stat. And here is health. After attaching each add a strong element with an empty net. And then the second one is monster health. Okay. That seems to be nope. Okay. Two two spans the class stat and give the first element as monster name and the second health. After the tag add a strong element with an empty nested span. Okay. Then with an empty nested span an ID of monster name, monster health, and that's it. No, okay, so you need a space. Sure thing. Give your text element the following text. I am definitely not going to read that. So what we're gonna do, a paragraph? Yeah, we'll do a paragraph. Should I do a paragraph? Or just, well, it's gonna correct me right now. Oh, okay. Now we need some quick styling. Start by giving the body a background. Okay, so we don't need this. We don't need the, oh, we don't need this. So we're gonna give the body, and how was it again for? Was it like this? Yeah, I think it was like that. Body, uh, background, color of this. Good thing I'm practicing HTML. I mean CSS and HTML. Cause boom, perfect, perfecto mundo. I give the text element. So okay, I give the text element background color of the same thing. It's the same thing, yeah. a color of, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it 6? Yeah. Yep. And then padding. Padding on all sides. Got you. 10 px. And that should be it. Give your game a maximum weight of 500 and a maximum height of 400. Okay. Use the margins to center it by setting the top margin, bottom margin, and left and right to add. Okay, margin. Margin 30, so we got 30 px. That's top, then right is auto, then bottom will be 0 px, then left will be auto. Finally giving padding. Padding of deep 10 px to all sides. There you go. My God, it's looking beautiful. What's the game HTML? So let me see. This one game. Okay, so it's the game here. The one that rules all of them. So bye bye. Okay. Okie dokie. Gotta wait for that. 24 out of 100 and something. We're getting there. Using a selector list. Give both your controls and stat elements a border. Okay. So this is how you do this. Controls and stats. Mm-hmm. Border of 1px solid with that color, which I don't feel like writing. Okay. Color of the same. And padding of 5px. All right. That's what I mean by the selectors. You just pick those two with a comma, just like have it there, and then do all that. You haven't done CSS. It's a course, like they say for this, before you do JavaScript. I'll put on the description for this and for the lab for this and this CSS course. Give you monster stat element. Okay. Monster stats. Oop. You gotta open it. Border. The same border and padding. Okay. Got it. Color. F. This is it. Yep. And give it background. Okay. Background. Color. of that. Now it's not going to show any of that because I haven't finished this too. And what was it? Okay, that's what they want for this. Border. You gotta close it here and the same padding, 5/8. Okay, 5/8 is the padding. I can just type that. Okay, that's now showing. Bam! Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. For now, hide your monster stat element with the display property. Do not change any of the styling. Okay. Hide. Okay. What do you mean? You hide it with what? No display? What was it? No display? Display? I forgot. Forgot. Let's see what it says. Oh, none. Yeah, there you go. Psh, I forgot that one. None. Okay. Now give your stat elements a padding. Okay. Might give my stat elements. Stat elements. Padding upright. 10 px. Yeah. Okay, let me see what I'm doing all this stuff here. So that's the text, that's the body, that's the game over here. So the white, then controls. Controls will be all this over here, and then the monster stat was not being shown. So game, the stats right here, okay. Controls right here, monster stats, okay. Tags, okay, okay, I get you. I see what's going on. 28. Finally, you will need to add some styles for your buttons. Start by setting the cursor property to pointer. Then set the text color to that and the background color to that. Then the background image property to linear grading. Okay. I say, okay, let's do all that. Wait. Whoa, yeah, button. Okay, cursor. Yeah, I got a brain fart here. Color, that. Background color to that. Then background image. Linear. Okay, this one. Linear gradient. Gradient. Yeah, I'm not gradient. I am not gonna type that. Okie dokie. Background color. As I said, it will not show because I have not terminated it with this. There you go. Bam! Look at that. Background image for the button is that. Okay. Why the background image and the background color? Makes no sense. But okay, sure thing. Lastly, border. Okay, you need a border of 3 px solid. Yeah, let's just do it. 32. Sure thing. 29. Okay. Just like you did with the buttons, create variables for the following IDs and use query selector to give the elements as a value. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So I could, okay, that's okay. I'm starting to see what is useful. So I create a variable on my JavaScript that relates to the selector in in CSS. Okay, got you. Okay, constant. and variables match the ID's name. Okay, has to match the ID's name. So text document dot query selector. It's gonna be text. Text. Perfect. 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 We have repetition because that's what's gonna teach me right here. Text, and then document dot query selector. Nope. Query selector. Then oh yeah, SP. What is it? HP text. HP text. Yep. Then const. And you see health text. Uh, what is selector? Then okay, yeah, health text. Cons goal text. Query selector. Then goal text. Woo. Cons monster stats monster stats document dot query selector monster stats. And was there another one? Oh yeah, monster name. Whew. Monster name. Ay ay ay. Freezing fingers. Selector. Uh, what is it? What is it? Monster name. My God. There you go. Whew. Finally, use the query selector to get the monster health element because you already have declared a monster health variable. Okay, earlier. You need to use a different variable name for this element with the cons keyword and name it monster health text. Do I have, where is the monster health? Oh yeah, let monster health here. That's why. Got you. So cons monster health text document dot query selector. Oh my God. Okay. Monster health text. There you go. That all they want? Yeah. Alright. Declare a new variable with console keyword and name it. You only want a new variable. Just gotta declare. So we're gonna save this because we're probably gonna use it. And the value monster health. Your oh. So you wanna give it a value. Monster health. So you're giving it. Wait. So you wanna give it a value of this. You have the value of monster health. You have the value of your monster health element. Monster health. Monster health text. Use the query to get the No, so it, okay, so it is what I did before. Why you guys so complicated with your wording? Wait, no. You have the value of your monster health. Yeah. Constant monster health test equals document query selector. Yeah, isn't that what it did? Monster health. Oh, okay. Oops. There you go. In the previous project, you learned how to create a function like this. Yes, create a function. Got you. Function go store. And has that, and then open here. Oops. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that's why. Oops. Oops. There you go. For now, make sure go to store function outputs the message going to the store. Sure thing. So return going to store. My God. Period. Oh, you want a console? Sure. Console log. Now create a go cave function that brings going to cave. Mm. Mm. Okay, now create a fight dragon function. Okay, function fight function what? Yeah. Oh, pain fight. Fighting dragon. Fighting dragon. Must defeat the dragon that is preventing people from leaving the town. You are in town square. Where do you want to go? Use the button. Okay, got you. In the previous one, you learn how to do multi-line comment. Yeah, single line, multi-line. Yep. Add a single line comment that says initialize buttons. Sure thing. Single line comment. Any other buttons. Got you. Oops. Oops. Button 1 represents your first button element. These elements have a special property called onClick, which you can use to determine what happens when you click that button. What? The button 1, okay. You can access properties in JavaScript couple a couple of different ways. The first is the dot notation. Here's an example of using dot notation to set the onClick property of a button to a function. OnClick, okay, button onClick. I understand that. In this example, button is the element and my function is a reference to a function. When the button is clicked, my function will be called. You got it! Use the dot notation to set the onClick property to the button 1 to the function reference button store. Got you. So button 1, then onClick Wow, it's not a snake case. Okay. On click and then we do the go store. Okay, go store. Okay, sure. Button one, that on click. Yeah, sure, not to call the function. We do not call the function. Okay, so just go store. Oh, so you don't call the function. Okay, you just name it. Okay, use the same syntax. Okay, we're just gonna do the lazy coder approach. Bam, bam, and then we're gonna do 2, 3, and here do you want me to do go cave and fight dragon? Fight dragon, you got it. The init test properties. So when they all click, okay. So we already have those functions defined here, do we not? No, we do not. Where are the? Oh yeah, we do have the functions defined. The init test property controls the text that appears in an HTML element. For example, the info demo content. Okay, example content info document query info. Okay, you got a constant with that. Info init text. Hello world. World. The sample above will change the text of the P element from demo content to hello world. Okay, but why do you want to do that? When a player click on the go to store button, you want to change the buttons and text. Remove the code inside the go score button and add a line that updates the text of button 1 to say bye. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so it would be button 1, button 1, because we already have the button 1 right here, and then dot in dot inner text, right? And then we just change it to by 10 health. Huh. Wow, that is so convenient. Let me see if I go to store by 10 health. There you go. Bam. That is so convenient. Now add a line that relates button 2 to say when you go to store, okay. Button 2 dot inner text, and it will say buy weapon 30 gold. This is so convenient, my god. Button 3 inner text, then oh, go to town square. Okay, well, we gotta change the functionality of the buttons though. So okay, we did change what they do when you come over here. Oh, dun, dun, dun. But we have not. It still says fighting dragon. Okay, so we gotta change what they do when they go in there. Okay, Oh, sorry. You also need to do the functions that run when the buttons are clicked. That's right. In your go to store function, update the onClick property. Okay, so here we go. For each button. So button one dot onClick to run by health. Okay, by health. Have we even done the function? Button two dot onClick. This is so much fun. By weapon. And then button three dot onClick. Go town. This is so much fun. Na, 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 na. Now you need to modify your display text, change the inner text property of the text variable to be you enter. Change the inner text of your property, inner text property of the text variable or your text variable. Text, where is it to get the text over here? Text, oh, okay, this block to change. Okay, got you. Text dot inner text. It's gonna be uh, you enter the store. My God, this is so quirky, but so much fun. Create three new empty functions called by. Okay, these are the functions now that we did not have by health. Oops. Function by weapon. Oops. Function go town. Kidoki, we're waiting for this. Step 43 out of 120, I think it is. No, we don't need this one. It's over. Oh, wait, I got more here. Mm. Okay, move your goTown function above your goStore function. Then copy and paste the contents of the goStore function. GoTown right here. And then copy the contents of the goStore functions. Beep. Ah, I got so lost. Okay, right here. Easy peasy, corrupisi. So go to town. So when you go to town, okay, you're gonna change all of this again. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going. Where's the button for to be up? Okay, yep. In your go to town function, change the button elements inner text to go to store, blah 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 blah. Yep. Don't mind that. That's the crazy wife. Go to cave. And number 3 will be fight dragon. Okay, yep. Back to the other one. Oh, I should have just copied the normal fight dragon. Fight dragon. Mm, mm. Use this. Okie dokie. Fight dragon. Oh, then the on-click properties. Okay, to go to go store, go cave, and fight dragon. And the inner text, one of the inner text to you are in town, you see a sign that says store. Perfect. So go to store, you have this. You enter the store, bam, 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 nothing. Go to town square, boom. You're in town, you see a sign that says store. Perfect, perfect. You need to wrap the text store in double quotes. Okay, because your string is already wrapped in double quotes. You need to escape the quotes. Okay, you can escape. Okay, now me like Zelda. Okay, Zelda sometimes. Wrap the text store in double quotes in your text store in blah blah blah. Okay, you are in the town square. You see a sign that says store. Okay, see what you're saying. Beep, beep, double quotes, then beep, and skip it again. Oops, that's not what I meant. But this, okay, yeah. Oh, it's in front. Oh, okay. Oh my God, where is that? Ah, this Japanese thing. So it's always in front. Okay, got you. You have repetition in the go town and go store functions. Yes. Repetition occurs a sign that you need another function. Yes, to replace that. Let's see. In the previous project, you learned how to work with function parameters like, okay, parameters. Yeah. Function parameters as a placeholder for functions, for values that you pass when you call it. Okay, create an empty update function. Mhm. With the parameter location. Okay. In your role-playing game, you will be able to visit different locations like the store, the cave, the town square. You need to create a data structure that will hold the different locations. Hmm. An empty array, you got it. Locations. Hmm. Before you can begin to build out your locations array, you will first need to learn about objects. Objects are an important data type in JavaScript. Yes, they are. The next few step will be dedicated to learning about them so you will better understand how to apply them in your project. Objects are non-primitive data types that store key value pairs. Non-primitive data types are immutable data types that are not undefined. No Boolean, number, string, or a symbol. Okay. Mutable means that data can be changed after it is created. Yeah. You will learn about keys, and values in the next thing. Okay. For now, create a const variable. Okay, constant variable called cat and assign an empty string, an empty object. Okay, an empty object. Got you. Below the cat, okay, console dog log cat. Okay. objects are similar to arrays, except that instead of using indices to access and modify data, you access the data in objects through properties, yeah? Property consists of a key and a value. The key is the name of the property and the value is the data stored in the property. Here's an example of a single thing. You get a name and Quincy Larson. Quincy Larson. Inside your cat object, add a property, a new property. The key should be name. Okay, property. Okay, name. Oops. And the value is whiskers. Whiskers. You got it. Open up the console to see your object. Why does it say whiskers? Name object. The key should be name. This will be whiskers. Oh, that. Oops. Okay, name whiskers. It's a comma that you need after that. Yep. Just habits. Habits. If the property name or key of an object has a space in it, you will need to use a single or double quotes around the name. Here's an example. Yep. Mm-hmm. 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 If you try to write a key without the quotes, it will throw an error. Add a new property with the key number. Okay. Uh, Number of legs. Oh my gato. And then like that. And then the value of 4 to the cat object. And then tick. Value of 4. So not a string, just a number. Got you. There are two ways to access the properties of an object, dot notation and bracket notation, similar to an array. Dot notation is what you use when you know the name of the property you're trying to access ahead of time. Yep. Here's an example of using dot notation to read the name property of the developer object. Developer.name. Yeah, there you go. Bam. Use your console statement to access the name property of the cat. Cat.name. Second way, if the bracket notation, if the property of the object you are trying to access has a space in its name, you will need to use the bracket notation. Yep. Here's an example of this one. Space, space object, space name. Okay. Update your console statement to use the bracket notation. Okay. Tip. You need to use the bracket notation. So, like if you're doing an array, oh, number of legs. There you go. Yeah. Number of legs, name, yeah. That's what should work. Where am I missing something? Where does it say undefined? Oh, cat. Oh, I don't know why I'm saying name, cat. My God. Later on in the curriculum, you will dive deeper into objects, but for now, it's time to apply what you have learned to your role-playing game. Start by deleting your cat object and console statement. Sure thing. Your location array will hold different locations like the store, the cave, and the town square. Each location will be represented as an object. You got it? Inside your locations array, add an object. Inside the object, add a key name, key call name with the value town square. Okay. Uh, Inside it, add an object. Is that what I say? So your case, add an object. So they want me to add an object, so it will be like this. And then I will add a key called name. Okay, name with the down squares, down square, and comma. Just like array values, object properties are separated by a comma. Add a comma after your name property and add a button add a button text property with the value of an empty array. Button text property, you got it. And put a comma and then button text property. Okay, so since it's two, the button text property with an empty array, they say an empty array, right? An empty array. Since the property has space and you need to surround it with codes. Yeah, that's what I did. Give your empty button text array three string elements. The three string being assigned to the button inner text properties in the go down. Remember that array values are separated by commas. Use the three strings being assigned to the button inner text. Okay, so we gotta to the button inner text. So where is the button inner text? Right here. Three string. You know what? We're just gonna copy all of this. Bim. And we're gonna get rid of this. Then we're gonna get rid of this. Separated by comma. Then we're gonna get rid of this. Separated by comma. Bam. There you go. Create another property in your object called button functions. Another property. Button functions. So that would be comma here. And it will be the one, okay, button functions. And give the property an array containing three elements. Containing the three functions assigned to onClick properties in the go town. Okay. Go town and the three onClick functions. Wait, is that what the one? Okay, the property and array containing the three functions assigned to the onClick properties in the go town function. Remember, these functions are variables, not strings, and should not be wrapping codes. So, okay, so we only need the variables. Okay. Button functions. Got you. Okay, oh, got a blanked out. This anime playing. Add one final property to the object named text. Give this property the same string value as the one assigned to text in the go town function. Text. Okay, so they want a text. The text inner text in the go town. the same string values. Okay, got it. I don't need to finish it. So, what is the point of all this again? So we're building an array with objects for the locations. And we made it an object. Also, we're gonna do multiple objects for town square, town. Okay, God, see what you're saying. See what you're doing. And a second object in your locations. Remember to separate them with a comma. Following the pattern you use in the first object, create the same properties, but use the values from the go to store. Yep. So, we more essentially copy this, separate with a comma, pam, and then instead of the now we go to store instead of town square. Wait, before we set town, name town square. So now we go to store. Yeah, we do go to store. Town. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. So the first will be name store. The name with will be it says it right there, store. Oh, did not see that right there. Store. Okay. Button text. What button text does it have? Okay, they have these three button text. Okay, button functions. No, it will be this ones. Mm, and that's all cheat route, folks. There you go. That took a little while. Now you can consolidate some of your code by start copying the code from inside the GoTown function and paste it into your update function. Update, okay, location. Go from your GoTown. Mm -hmm. Okay. They remove all the things. Hmm. Hmm. How is this gonna work? That's interesting. Your go store function should be empty. Oh, they say go and go store. Okay. Your go store too. Hmm. Interesting. Instead of assigning the initeds on click properties to specific strings and functions, the update function will use data from the location that is passed into it First, that data needs to be passed, okay? Inside the goTown function, call the update function, yes. So update, let's do update, and then we're gonna pass the location, right? But that's not what they ask right now. Now it's time to use your update function, pass it your locations array into the update function call. You pass arguments by including them within the parentheses of the function. For example, calling my function with an argument is to pass your locations array into the update. So locations. And I got the locations array. Where's the locations array? This is the location. Okay. So I pass that and it will give them all of that stuff. Okay. It will give that to this. Okie dokie. We're about halfway there. How long has it been? It's been an hour and 20 minutes. Wow. Okay. The location contains two locations, the town square and the store. Only you are passing the entire array into the update function, okay? Passing only the first element of the locations array by adding 0 at the end of the variable. For example, okay, it's called bracket notations. Yeah, I know. We got that. Values in array are accessed by index. Indices are numerical values that are 0. This is called zero-based indexing. Okay, the first element. We got that. We know that. We know that. Now your update function needs to use the argument you pass into it. Yeah. So it gave it the first one. So in the locations got 0, which gives it 0 would be this one, town. Oh, because we are doing a town. Okay, I see, I see, I see. Okay. Inside your update function, change the value of the button in a text assignment to the location button text. Inside the update function, change the value of the button.intersect assignment to the location button text. Inside this location, we're gonna add the location and then button text. Location and then button text. Where's button text? It's not button text. Sure thing. We're just gonna do that. You're gonna explain it to me later. Location, button, text. That way, you use bracket notation to get a button text property of the location of your pass. Yeah, location, but there is no button text though. There is text, but no button text. Oh yeah, there is button text. Okay, never mind. I got it here. Button text, button text. Okay, that's what was okay. Yeah, got it. Button text. Got it. Location is an array with 3 elements. Change the 1, 2 button text 1. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. For the first array. And the second one will be the same thing for the second. Okay, got you. Right. Now update the second and third button with the button. Okay, got you. Yep. This is 1, and this is 2. That is so convenient. Hmm. My God, that is so convenient. Well, we only have two though. We only have town, square, and store. We never did the third button. Huh, I guess they don't care. Following the same pattern as you did for the button text, update the 3 buttons on click assignments to be first, second, and third values of the button functions. Okay. Let's use location to practice. Then it was what? Button functions. Then 0. Location, button function, 1. And this one we copy. 2. Punchy ons, button punchy ons. Finally, update the text inner text assignment to equate the text from the location object. Assignment to equate the text from the location. Here's an example. Property of the object called person. Yep, I got you. Location, so it will be locations dot text. Okay, I see what you're saying. So you want location dot text because they all have the same text, don't they? No, no, they don't. Now update your go store function to call the update function. Update and pass the second element of the locations. Okay. Locations 1. Make sure your refactoring is correct. Try clicking the first button again. The same as on the website. Theme. Hmm. Create 2 more empty functions, fighting slime and fighting beast. These functions will be used in your upcoming cave object. Ooh, okay. Function, fight slime. Function, Fight beast. Add the third object to the location array. Give them the same name as the other two objects. Okay, so we're over here. Apparently, they were just saving it for this. Name, cave, oops. Oh my god. Okay. Button text with an array with fight slime. Okay. Fight fang the base. Oh. Uh, go to town square. At the town square. Comma. Button functions. Button functions. An array with variables. Fight slime. Fight bees. And go town. And then text, right? Yep. Text. You enter the cave. You see some monsters. Three values in your locations array. Yeah. Okay, that's the third one. Up, cave. There you go. Now that you have a cave location object, update your go to cave function to call update. Okay, got you. Update and pass it the locations. Is it two? Yeah, two. Okay, now that your store cave and cave locations are complete, you can code the actions the player takes at those locations. Inside the by health function, set goal equal to goal minus 10. Okay, goal equals to goal minus, oops, ay, 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 minus 10. Okay, after goal is updated, add a line to set health equal to health plus 10. Okay. Mm, health equals health plus 10. What is it? Plus 10 is it? Yeah, plus 10. Plus 10. There is a shorthand. Yes, we know the shorthand for that. Update both lines. Oh, great. Plus 10. If you are just learning all of this, by all means, pause the video and read that. Now that you're updating the goal and health variables, you need to display those new values on this game screen. You retrieve the health text and goal text elements in prior steps. Yep. After you assign assignment lines, assign the index property of the goal text to the variable goal. Use the same pattern to update the health text with the health variable. You can test this by clicking the Go to Store button followed by the Buy Health. Okay, your answer should only be 2 lines of code. Okay, so variables. You need to displace those new values on the game screen. You have retrieved the health text and goal text elements in prior steps. Yeah. After assignment lines, assign the inner text property of goal text to the variable goal. Okay, okay, I'm confused what you're done. Now that you did it, then go and health variables. Display those new values on the screen. Yeah. Okay, these new values. Okay, I see, I see. The health and goals. Yes. Which they are on the CSS and the HTML. Yeah, they're on the HTML and we're gonna change it. Okay, got you. So you retrieve the health text and goal text elements in prior steps. Yes. Okay, I see what you're saying. So we already made a variable, health text, and we already made a goal text variable. Text variable. So we're gonna change it to health text. We're gonna add 10, which should add 10, right? Plus and equals to 10, right? 10. And the goal text will be minus and equals to 10. But they were reading, they were written. What were they reading? Was said regular text. Yeah, it's regular text. My God. Oh, but if you take a string and that, it will still do a calculation. So we still do a calculation. Never mind. So it still works. Still works. Nope. Oh, updated to the value of the health. And we already have health thing here. Let me see. Oh, okay. We already have values here. Da, 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 da. Oh, okay. So we just update it, you just assign it. So we just assign it to that and assign it to goal. Yeah. What in the thing? Health test is read only. Ooh. Oh yeah, because it's read only. Health test is read only. So we cannot change it. Mm-hmm. Goal test document. Oh, the inner text. The, the inner. The inner text property is going to be equals to that. health test, so it's gonna change the test property. Got you. Oh my God. Ah, took all my money. Hmm. I see, I see, I see. So we'll get the ID, make a constant, and then the document dot object, the document dot query selector, and pick that ID. And then from there, I can just do the dot inner. Wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. What if the player doesn't have enough gold to buy? Yes, that's a good one. You should use the if statement to check if the player has enough gold to buy the health. In the previous project, you learned how to work with the if statement. Got it? Start by placing all the code in your buy health function inside an if statement. For the if statement, check if the goal is greater than 0, than 10. Okay. If goal is equals or greater than, and not greater than that, equals to 10, 10. Dang, you can do that. Now, when a player has to buy health, it will only work if they have enough money. If they do not, nothing will happen. Are there statements where you put the wrong if the player does not have enough money? Yeah, we put it how to do it. Okay. Oops. Else. And what do you want me to do in the else? Nothing. Inside the else statement, just do the text inner text. Text dot inner text will change this text right here. Okay. Equals to you do not have enough gold to buy health. Okay. That works for me. That works for me. Wow, this is so amazing. This is so cool. So they want me to do another cons weapons above your location array. Again, sending an empty array. Oh, Jesus. 80. Ooh, wow. How many steps is this? Let me check this because wow, this is it's a long one. Ooh, 173. Okay. We might need to do a two-step process for this one. 80, yeah. 80, 80, that's okay. We're gonna do 85. 85 is gonna be step one, part one, because this is long. Just like your locations array, your weapons array will hold objects. Yeah. Add 4 objects to your weapons array. Got you. So we're gonna open this and we're gonna have 4 objects. So like that, comma, like that, comma, like that. So the three, and then the last one. Add 4 objects to the weapons array, each with 2 properties, name and power. Oh, I like that. Name, power. I should actually just copy that. The first name should be stick. Stick. For the power of 5, they said, right? 5, yep. Actually, 5. Second should be name dagger. Oops. And then power of 30. Oh my god. Uh, then name, what is it? Clawhammer. Clawhammer. And power 50. Now we're talking. And then the fourth sword of 100. Oh my god. And sword power 100. Inside your weapon function, add an if statement to check if the goal is greater than 30. Okay. If goal, it has to be greater or equal to, okay. Greater or equals to 30. Mm-hmm. You know what? This, I'm gonna take this as a sign from God to stop right here. And we'll continue on the next one, on part two of this video. Because it's way too long already. It's already about to be 2 hours. So we're gonna stop right here and then we'll continue on the next portion. If it's already been recorded, it's gonna be somewhere over here. You can just click part two.